Thanks so much for tuning in. I wanted to go ahead and bring y'all my May empties. I know I've not been very good about uploading my empties in a timely manner. I know that I have my April empties to still upload, so you'll see that one before you see this one, but they'll probably be about a week apart or so from being released. Yeah, I've just been kind of on the back burner with making videos and posting content on social media, but I'm trying to get out of that, and I'm hoping this warm weather will help. But I have my little bag of empties which is not very much compared to a lot of other months, but I think I'm making a lot more progress this month, June, as opposed to last month. And I don't remember how April went. I think it was decent, but I don't think I melted that much. But so far, for June, I'm making a lot better progress. I'm using lighter scents, which seem to be helping with not triggering migraines as bad. Still having some migraine issues, but I'm just trying to maybe not use heavy scents as much, thinking it'll help. It's not helped thus far, but a girl can dream. But yeah, just doing what I can because I still have so much wax to get through, and it's not gonna go to waste, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm not just using it up to use it up, but like using it up with purpose. And, I do enjoy my home smelling good, so I'm trying. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into these. There's not a lot, and I'm not going to go in any particular order. For the first one, I have Southbound's Loads of Laundry, which I love so much. Scent notes are Lily of the Valley, Violet, Lavender, Gardenia, and Amber Snuggle Fabric Softener type. This one is by far one of my most favorite clean laundry scents by far. I don't know if she still offers this or how often she offers this, but it truly smells like snuggle. And I don't use dryer sheets, nor do I use in wash fabric scent beads. I have but I have dryer balls with some fragrance oil that I got from Junkie Monkey. So I've been using that up on my bedding. That helps. This kind of reminds me of that. So I had melted this on a day that I was doing laundry or cleaning the house and finished it up here recently. Just put it in the bathroom to kind of help the bathroom smell better as well. Would definitely get in a bigger size, and the biggest size, a loaf even, and use it sparingly. But yeah, I don't know how often that's offered or anything like that. But of course, would repurchase. The next one is from Knowles Farm Scents, and it is Strawberry Pound Cake, which is nothing more than strawberry, vanilla pound cake, and butter. This one was a one and done wax, so I used it all up on one day in the whole house. I love it. It is the perfect amount of strawberry without being overly dramatic and bothering the senses, in a sense to say. I enjoy this, and if it's offered again the next time I decide to purchase wax melts, which I have no idea when that will be at this point in time, then I would definitely repurchase just because I enjoy it. From Rainbow Melts, Pink Sugar, Peppermint, and Vanilla Wafers. Obviously, I've had this for a hot minute, but I got this used up in a day as well. It was heavy on the peppermint, the pink sugar. I remember just maybe a little bit, but mostly just the peppermint was the star of the show. There are so many peppermint scents, and I know that she makes so many great ones. If she offered this again, but without the pink sugar, without the wafers, just as maybe like a pepperminty, maybe peppermint chocolate type of situation, I would repurchase, but not this specific scent. It wasn't necessarily my favorite. From Super Tarts, I have a sample of Blown Up. I did purchase a donut of Blown Up, and I don't remember the scent notes, but I'll attach it on the video. And I really like this one, and I'm excited to try my donut I got. I put this one in one of the smaller rooms in my house, and it did a pretty good job, and I would definitely go out of my way to purchase that, excuse me. From L3, Coconut Coast and Suntan Lotion. I was feeling something a lot more light and beachy on the day that I had melted this. This was like I think they're called puppy packs, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. But it just had a bunch of little shapes in it. So it ended up getting used on the same day. Would I repurchase? No. While I like that it's light and fresh, it's just, I don't feel like the scents really mesh well together in my perspective. Maybe it's just to my nose, or maybe it's just overall that it's like that. You know, I didn't have anyone else in the house complain about the scent, so maybe it was just I don't like the scent combination. Next up is Destination Wax. This is 221B Baker Street. I think this was a last minute grab just to make sure I didn't go over my weight when I was shipping out the round robin, I think the first one I participated in. I liked it, was kind of like, oh, I think someone else might like it better. That's, you know, what I was thinking. But I was like, you know what? I like it enough that I'll give it a try. And I'm glad that I did. I've never tried Destination Wax before, but I enjoyed this one. It really surprised me. So the scent note, well, the scent description, the warm, rich scent of sweet, fresh cherry pipe tobacco, vanilla, and deep, soft leather armchairs. It wasn't overly cherry. It wasn't like overly tobacco. It was just a really nice combination. I enjoyed it. And you know, if the soft leather armchairs is in accordance to leather oil, which is my assumption, the combination mixes well together and is not off-putting. Would I repurchase though? Maybe. I am not 100%, but definitely something that I could keep around and use sparingly if I decided to repurchase. All right, next up on the list is Waxy Taffy Mint Cake, Icy Peppermint, Spearmint, and Vanilla Birthday Cake. I originally loved the smell of this so much, but I do feel like it quickly became very overwhelming to me. So just for that alone, I would not repurchase, but I did like the scent nonetheless. Also from Waxy Taffy is Santiago Huckleberry, which is ripe huckleberry, vanilla, and crushed sugar cane. And in parentheses, Voluspa type. I cannot think today. It's one of those days. So I really enjoyed this one. It is super light and refreshing. It's very pretty. It almost has a Bath and Body Works perfume smell to it, or perfume body spray. Sweet, little berry, just the perfect summer scent altogether. Used a sample of Avalanche from Glitterati. I have this in a loaf that I have not cut into, haven't touched. I have only repurchased my absolute favorites and wax as like the last wax to use, and by far not the first. But this one is lemon, mountain ice, cognac, oak, vanilla, cardamom, and amber. And from what I have done, like research wise, this is one oil. And I love it. It smells so much like my husband and really reminds me of him. And I think I may have one other little sample of this. I might not. I don't remember. But if you've never tried Avalanche, when she offers it again, she offers it again, please do go out of your way to try this. If you like the smell of a masculine man, but not overly done, like a clean man out of the shower, some good smelling deodorant on, a good cologne, this just gives me that and is so worth it. Let's see. So this one, completely gone. Unfortunately, I stacked all of my Junkie Monkey wax in the same stack. So they were all together. And I read about this happening to someone else, but you can kind of see. But yeah, it almost completely rubbed off. It is there just enough that I knew what it was, and I went back and researched on my Junkie Monkey hauls to find out what this was. But that being said, it is Sweet Flannel, which is flannel, blueberry pumpkin patch, marshmallow fireside. It is by far one of my most favorite warm mooded scents. So anytime I want the house to smell warm or want it to feel more, you know, like you're sitting by a fire and you're cuddled up in a blanket and it's cold outside, whether it be snow, whether it be tons of rain, you know, fall season, winter, whatever the case may be, this is perfect for that. This is perfect to set that mood in your house to offset it being cold outside. Would totally repurchase. Two more here. Bakery Enlist from Teddy Bees, which is brown sugar, caramel, powdered sugar, bakery dough, sugared musk, and bottom notes of sweet woods. This was a perfect kind of light scent. It is a tidbit heavy to me, but just barely. Not much here left, but it was very bakery forward. Does have the caramel there, and the brown sugar is like, you can still smell it in the bag. It is a beautiful scent. I would repurchase. And then for my very last one from Rainbow Melts, I have pink pine cones, which is pink sugar, pink chiffon, and vanilla frosted pine cones. This one smells more just sweet and pretty than it does for like being used during the winter season. It was used on a day where I just wanted something light and fresh in the house just to kind of brighten things up. Not to use anything heavy that's going to really bother my senses, or at least, you know, I'd hoped not anyways. But I would totally repurchase. With that being said, that is all for Wax Empties. If you enjoy these types of videos, then be sure to click the subscribe button and stick around. I'm definitely going to try to make more videos going forward instead of waiting over a month. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all in my next one. Bye, everyone.